Hopefully, the only thing you, I hope the mic isn't picking everything up. I have a fan going, I have the AC going on in the other room. It is not terribly hot today, but it is so humid, so I don't know how long I'm going to last up here, and you may just watch me get sweatier and sweatier and sweatier, but it's no quieter downstairs, so hi, hello, welcome to Plies and Hellhounds. We are a crafty channel coming to you from Central Connecticut. I'm your human host, Gabby. You can find me everywhere online as Gabagales and on my hand-dyed yarn at Plies and Hellhounds and pliesandhellhounds.com. I have the June crafting update for you today. It's kind of a lot, a little surprised by myself. There are a couple projects I can't share with you just yet, but hopefully later this year and or month I will be able to share them with you. So it feels like a lot, but I think 2 projects I can't show you, so you just kind of have to deal with that. Sorry. And we also have a mildly freaked out Irene because the fan is on and he hates fans, and Hal is somewhere up in this room, I think. Not a clue where. We'll find out. He might just attack. Usually he's just sitting behind me taunting me, so let's just get right into it. I have finished objects. I have many finished objects from July. I have embroidery, I have sewing, I have knitting. We did a lot, starting with the knitting. Kicking off month 1 of the vest along, I finished my Hobbiton vest by Fable Knits, and I did this in my hand-dyed yarn in the colorway Albumin on my Iron Tweed, and Haunted Nightmares on my Fig Lace base. And then I just got these mauve, like, tin-looking buttons. They're technically in my shop, but I don't think I have them listed. I really need to go through my notions and, like, redo all that. It fits. I promise it fits. And I'm very excited to wear this. I would rather not put this on. It is too hot for that. It does fit. I tried it on pre-blocking, and I really liked the way it fit. I blocked it, but not too aggressively. So just trust me when I say, if I can find a cool room to try this on in, oh my god, it's already so sweaty and I'm just holding it, then I will try and take photos, but it's not happening. I'm not putting this on. You can't make me. It's too hot. I did the second smallest size. I don't remember if her sizes are like SML or 1, 2, 3. I think I did a size 2. I think everything to pattern. I don't think I cropped it too much. It was fine. It was fine. It was a fine pattern. I was a little annoyed that, like, in her glossary, she doesn't have the seed stitch in the glossary. Like, it's just such a minor detail, but I'm just kind of like, ooh, that, like, why not situation. So I would say it's not a beginner-friendly pattern, but maybe, like, adventurous beginner, just because she does have you use your knitting knowledge kind of thing. Yeah, this is my first time I've ever knit with her pattern, so I was a little surprised by that, but it's fine. It is a pullover vest with, this is a faux button band, which I think was so cute and made this so much easier because then there was no wrong side rows, and that was great. So yes, I'm very excited for this. Vest along is in month 2. It's chugging along. I'm really enjoying it still. I'm on track for all of my vest making, and yeah, there we go. Vest number 1, finished object number 1, sewing. I have been sewing. It's hot. I'm kind of over my wardrobe at this point. A lot of it is either, like, not summer appropriate anymore because it's for other seasons, literally any other season, or, like, everything's wearing out because I've had it for a long time, just that kind of thing. So I have been working on, like, a summer wardrobe ideas and then slowly sewing it. So first off, I'm wearing the Joanie top by Sew Liberated. This is out of some Liberty London fabric. I absolutely adore it. I put the top button in the wrong place, I guess, because I forgot about these little things. So she is a little low cut. She does have a pocket. She has a pocket. Look at this detail. Look at this fabric. I love this shirt so much. I did version A. Let me scoop. So it's also a split hem, which I really do like. I wore this with a pair of shorts and, you know, did the millennial French tuck in it, and it was lovely, and I love that little detail. But with the skirt, I definitely just do, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sweaty. I just do a full tuck for the skirt. She's very cute, and I love her so much. The pattern was super easy to follow. This is my first button-up pattern ever that I know of, like an actual shirt, button-up shirt pattern. The only hiccup was completely my fault. I flipped the fronts, so I had like the bust darts where the button band should have been, but that was just me being like, I don't know, a dum-dum. So that was the only problem I had going into this. Other than that, which again, completely my fault, not the pattern's fault, I enjoyed this so much that I started, you can kind of see it hanging up there, we'll talk about you later, but I started a second one. I'm so excited for it. I absolutely love this fabric and this sewing pattern, and I think they go great together. She's so cute. I'm just really hoping I can keep her clean, because I am notorious for getting a white shirt or a cream shirt and then immediately like dribbling coffee down the center. Knock on wood. Hasn't happened yet. It won't happen for a little bit. I say staring at my coffee cup and just knowing that this could be the time. So that was sewing number 1. I did get a ton of sewing done in the last couple weeks. R.I.P. Diva Down, Joanne's. I did acquire a large box of fabric, and in said large box of fabric, it was 3 different pre-shirred fabrics. So I got this tealy blue, this pink double gauze, where is it? And then this black, which upon further inspection, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, kind of has like a shimmer, a sparkle in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I thought I just had like stellina somewhere near it, but it's literally everywhere. So I think it's like a little red stellina that's just all over this fabric. I'll try and like get some footage of it. So I got those, and I've been making what I've dubbed nap dresses out of them, which is essentially measuring your chest and then subtracting 2 inches, cutting out a rectangle of that, sewing it up the side, and adding some straps, and calling it a day. And nap dresses. I did also add some ruching to the front, so it's like kind of a sweetheart neckline. So I have 2 of these teal ones, and I left them at like floor length. I wasn't going to hem them and just leave them to be super dramatic, but the cat decided that he was going to play with the ends. So I have hemmed them a little bit. Now he just hides underneath my skirts whenever I wear them. So I have 2 blue ones. I have 1 pink one, which is almost the exact material of my bedspread. So I do match my bedspread a little bit for the summer. And I have this black fabric. I have a dress cut out, and I am currently following the Rosy Apparel tutorial on making like a cottage shirred dress recipe pattern thing. So I want this one to have like the little puff sleeves, that way I can wear all my vests with it, or like my Renaissance fair bodice with it, and just be very Hobbiton. So I have cut out the body. I have to measure and cut out the sleeves and the pockets, and then just assemble it. That is my hopes for, I think, Sunday, depending on how hot it is. I can get like 2 hours of sewing done in the morning if I start really early before it gets unbearable up here. So anytime past like 11:30 or noon, the sun is beating down. It's too much. It's too hot. So yeah, hopefully I have some footage of me wearing one of these. I'm just not changing in this very second because I did my everything. So I'm not messing that up to try on a nap dress, which then I will not want to take off, because they're super comfy. They're super light. That has been my wardrobe. Like, I wear those all of the time. Are they are my summer wardrobe right now. I'm not getting dressed, I'm wearing nap dresses. I love them. I love them so much. So yeah, that's been my sewing. There has been a lot of fabric coming in. A large box of fabric came into my house, and I do have a lot of plans for a lot of them. Most of them are knits, so I am looking at like t-shirt patterns, and they're all in like 1 yard increments kind of, so like t-shirt, shorts, pajamas, loungewear, that kind of thing. So I have a plethora of patterns saved I need to go through and look at and make. And there's a little bit, I think there's a chemise. No. Is that the fabric? That's a shirt. There's like a silky blend in there and a couple of cottons. So I have an idea for the cotton. I will share the fabrics as I work with them, because otherwise then if I film them, I'll feel like, oh, I did it. I did the thing with the fabrics. I'll never touch them again. So we're not playing that game. Sewing. That was sewing. I also made another skirt, like this one that I'm wearing. I had some leftover fabric, so I did throw together another one of those. It is downstairs somewhere in my dresser. I can't find it. I know I've worn it this week. It's very simple. It looks exactly like this, maybe a little bit longer because I didn't feel like hemming it. The end. Not that exciting. Okay, that was that. Embroidery. I finished an embroidery thing. So I got this kit at the Fiber Festival of New England 2 years ago now, I think. Yes, 23. And recently I became a Skillshare ambassador, which was super exciting. So if you are interested in Skillshare, I do have a coupon code and or a link to get you 1 free month. Yes, 1 free month of Skillshare, and then if you use that link or coupon code, I do get a little bit of a kickback, so you're helping the channel out. And one of the classes that they recommended to me was modern embroidery. So while I was watching the class, I wanted to do some embroidery. And I picked up this little guy. It is a blanket flower kit. So I got the pattern, the yarn, the fabric, the hoop, the needle, everything, the directions, all in this one kit. And I did this in a day. A couple hours maybe, and she's so cute. I absolutely love her. I am very excited to get into the modern embroidery like project that comes along with the class, but this kind of just like sparked the joy that I needed to kind of get into it. So this is also number 2 of the embroidery going in the bathroom. I have a dream of embroidering bathroom decor, so she will be living in there. I just have to put a nail in the wall. So yeah, there she is. I finished a little project that I bought. I have like a whole stash of cross stitch and embroidery kits up there, so I'm gonna make it through them one day, eventually. Maybe after I finish that Christmas ornament from, did my picture fall down? My picture fell down. Stitching the high notes advent from like, and those are my finished objects. It's off my knitting, sewing, embroidery needles, all of those. So let's talk whips. I already talked about the cottage dress. That is a sewing project. I know that's going to take maybe an hour to finish with hemming and all of that. But I have also started, like I said, a second Joanie top in some more Liberty of London fabric, I think is what it is, the name. It's the fancy one, the fancy fabric that we all know. And this one is my sea monster one. Look how cute. There are some slight differences because I have less fabric than what the pattern calls for. I've also cropped this a lot more than this one. So this one I did completely to pattern, length, everything. I did widen the armpit holes. I guess, I don't know, I have a long armpit. I don't know what to say. But I did widen the armpit hole, the sleeve hole. So I made that adjustment here too. I also shortened it, and because I had limited fabric, I couldn't cut one of them on the fold all the way. So I do have an extra seam going down the middle, but it's really not that noticeable. I mean, everyone's gonna point it out to me now, but it's also the back of my shirt, so I can't see it. And I put the fronts on correctly first time around. So there we go. She is ready for the sleeves, which are going to be, like, once the sleeves get on, it flies by. The most tedious thing is doing the sleeve cuff. I hand stitch the sleeve cuff down. Just fiddly things like that, I feel better hand stitching it than machine sewing it. I also machine sewed all the buttonholes on this, so, like, knock on some wood. Ow. I can do that again. I haven't picked the buttons for this one yet. I just use some, I think they're actually Kmart buttons that came off of, like, another shirt. They were in my grandma button stash. So if I have enough, I might just use those again on this guy because, yeah. I did get a little creative here, and I did do a contrast stripe of stitching for the pocket, but that's it. I almost lined up the pocket as well. Look at him. Look how sassy he is. So yeah, I'm again, this a couple hours should be done. I'm very excited for it, and then I can move on to, I bought one more piece of Liberty of London fabric. I think I just needed, like, that little bit extra to get the free shipping. So I got enough, I think, to make an Ashton top tank from Helen's Closet. I love Helen's Closet. She is a go-to for sewing patterns. I need to make another York pinafore. I need to adjust my York pinafore. Every time I put it on, I think, oh no, this is comfortable. And then I eat something and I go, oh no, this is not comfortable. So I just need to add, like, a 2-inch panel on the sides. That's it. I have the fabric. The fabric's even cut out. I just have to bring it up here, adjust it, and go back. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Those are my sewing whips. Knitting whips, in no particular order. Don't know the last, I think this stitch marker was the last time I showed you. I have joined my Coffee Date Pullover by Samantha Guerin Designs out of my Manchalope cheese yarn in the round. I am on the body. I am here. I am here. I'm not working on it actively as much. I do pick it up every now and then. I haven't quite memorized the pattern yet, so I do need to, like, pull the pattern out, just because I know I'll just turn it into a full ribbing instead of, like, the broken rib pattern that it is. It is collecting a lot of dog hair, but it is shedding season, so I shouldn't expect anything less. Yeah, I'm still thoroughly enjoying this yarn and this pattern, and I'm so excited. I'm kind of thinking, I think I have enough yarn on my stash where I could have a cheese yarn Rhinebeck, and I might do that. I might just make all my Rhinebeck sweaters out of cheese yarn. I only need 2, because Friday I'm going to be wearing something out of my yarn, but Cheesebeck? We're doing Cheesebeck this year. We buy a lot of cheese, too. Yes. So there we are. I'm knitting the size 2, I think, and I'm going to be using my Cat Bells as a length reference because I really love that sweater and I wear it all the time. So I think I will be using that as my guide for the length for the sleeves and the body. That way I don't have to think about it too much, and him and Han, whether it's going to be long enough or short enough or whatever. So there we are. I'm still on the first wheel, but, like, we getting down there. And I do have the second wheel ready to go, and I've got 2 more somewhere over there. So, it's the exact same shade as my wall. I think I have a problem. I don't know. I don't think it's a problem. I think I have a theme going on here. So yeah, I'm just, again, you can't go wrong with the Samantha Guerin Designs. Ever. 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 Speaking of, she just released her summer session tank, and I started test knitting it, and that's as far as I got. I am on the body. I haven't, like, tested this against the study session, but here we are. I am knitting this out of my hand-dyed yarn, Pleasant Hellhounds, on my Selkie base in the Sea Captain's Widow colorway. I'm knitting a size 1, I think. 1 or 2, don't remember. It's in the pattern. Pattern's on my phone. I couldn't tell you. This is, again, the first time I've ever knit with Sea Captain's Widow, and I'm absolutely loving it. I've got my, my taco pizza stitch marker that I got for Christmas last year. And yeah, I think we're pretty close to... We're not. We're almost at my natural waist, so we're probably like an inch or two away from the ribbing. I just haven't picked it up. It's the lace is memorizable, but I can't flip it in my head, so I have to look at the chart for the entire thing, because they are like mirror reflections of each other. Just, I mean, I can't see you, but yes. I will be finishing this for Flock. I'll probably be wearing it at Flock, depending on how hot and or cold they will be in August. Last year, I think I wore a tank top on Sunday, but then I ended up changing just because the convention center got really cold. But I'm going to need clothes for Seattle anyway, so we're not going to be staying in Seattle as long. That is not our vacation for this year. We already had our vacation for this year. So, yeah. I won't need as many samples to wear. I'm so excited for this. I might work on this today. I might. I just might. It is living in my dark romance bag. It hasn't made it into a project bag, but this has been my dye studio knitting a lot lately. But not as much as this one. Moving on to the Samantha Guerin designs. I cast on a slightly sassy v-neck by Aime Sherr in May, I think. Perhaps. Yeah, I think I cast this on for the Stars Hollow trunk show, and then I didn't join in the round. That's what that means. In time. But now I have, and I'm trusting the process. I'm knitting a size B, and you remember those Gilly Hicks v-necks from like 2007 to 2009, like the really big v-necks out of like unethically soft like olive greens and peaches? Do you guys remember those? Because that's what this v-neck reminds me of, and I'm having hipster flashbacks. But here we are. I have joined in the round. I am knitting this on my Lucent base in the colorway Toothless. Here's really good. I hope color representation. Yes. Yeah. I can't see you through the shirt. Which is good, I guess. Yeah. I'm really enjoying this. I haven't knit with Lucent in so long. And I'm so excited to wear this. I am going to do the 3/4 sleeve version. I am going to be cropping this a little bit. Not as much as I usually... Not like a Salty Air crop, but like a Fall Frolic OG crop, I think. So I'm getting pretty base. It's at my natural waist if I like tug it a little bit. So we're almost at the ribbing kind of thing. I wanted to like just hit the top of pants or leggings or something. I don't want it to like... I'm probably gonna French tuck it. I don't want to have to French tuck it. I have shown how millennial I am already 1,000 times in this conversation. I don't need to do it anymore with the French tucking. And I'm knitting the size B, which I think is a 36-inch chest. So this is going to be, this is going to have more positive ease than I usually go for, but I didn't want like a form-fitting t-shirt, shirt thing for this style. I'm hoping the ribbing cinches in this neck a little bit, because this is making me a little worried, but whatever. It's fine. Worst case scenario, if I knit things in my yarn and I don't like them, I know Barnaby and Piedmont, the mannequins, will style them greatly because they can wear anything. Oh, my plants are falling down. It's stupid humidity. It's ruining all my 3M tape. So those are the three main whips I am working on. Like, I'm kind of working on socks, but not really. We're not, like, going to the movies or anything. And I do bring them on Tuesdays. I have Housewives of Bocce night with my friend. Our husbands are in a bocce league together. So I do bring, like, a sock occasionally over to her house when I go over. But most of the time it's just us running around with the kids, so. Not very conducive for knitting. Sometimes we can trick them into entertaining themselves for a little bit so I can get some knitting done. Those are my active whips. And I do have a new cast-on for you. Just one though, right? New cast-on. My second vest for the vest along. I'm a convert. I was already obsessed with Irene Lynn patterns. Now, forget it. It's over. It's all over. I cast on my Glint vest by Irene 2 days ago. I think this is the back. I think this is the top of the back or the top of the front. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I'm just trusting the pattern. I'm not reading ahead. You know me. Look at this. Just look at that. I am knitting this out of North Bay Fibers. Sorry, I have a skein of it right here. I'm knitting this out of North Bay Fibers, Elemental Worsted, which is 100% Cormo wool in the Nightshade colorway. This is it skeined up. I'm obsessed. This is the first time I'm working with North Bay. I love their yarn. This is just the first time I have been able to like squish it in person and then had to buy it, which was at the Unwind Kansas City retreat this past March. This pattern, like it looks super complicated. It is not, but it is complicated enough that I don't have space in my brain to do anything but focus on this pattern. And not in a like, I have to pay attention to every stitch, every line, everything I'm doing way, but in a way where like, it doesn't give my brain enough time to spiral between the pay attention-y parts. So like I've been watching Yellow Jackets while I have been working on this, and I can do that, but like I'm not getting bored halfway through a row and picking up my phone to doom scroll or literally walking away from my knitting and just staring out of a window. Like I can't spiral, which is great in this day and age while working on this. So I'm so excited. I think after I finish this, I might pull out all the yarn and all the Irene patterns that I have bought for and just do like an Irene cast on party for myself. I'm just enjoying this so much. And I can't wait to work on it. I cannot knit on it while I play The Sims. That is a Sassy V-neck only because it's just knitting, and I can only knit during the loading screens because it is chaotic right now in The Sims. Yes, I think I'm knitting the smallest size. It says 33 inches for the chest circumference, which should give me 2 inches of like positive ease on the chest. And I don't want it to be like very oversized. I'm not sure I would know how to style that, but I think with this yarn, I could probably get it to like 33, 34, and then like if I want to wear it as a tank top, I think it would still be loose enough where it wouldn't look like I just forgot to wear a shirt kind of thing. I don't know. The way she styles things is so beautiful and elegant and ethereal, and it makes me feel like I'm in a Ghibli movie, and that's all I want to do right now is just be in a Ghibli movie and eat dumplings. All I want. I just want steamed dumplings so bad. It's too hot to steam dumplings right now. So yeah, that is my latest cast on. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm loving this vest along. I'm on track for my 4 vests, which makes me super excited. I think after I finish the back of this one, I do believe it is seamed. I could be mistaken. Again, I don't read ahead of the patterns. I can barely read as is. I might cake up and start the Agnes vest. Somebody in my Patreon Discord just finished it, and it is so cute. So I really want to like start crocheting that one as well. And I think that would be good for traveling, which would be on track because I'm traveling in August. I think it would be good for traveling because I could work on the squares individually on the plane, and I would need all the yarn, but like I'm not like hefting a big sweater. I think not last year. Was it last year? Last year I was working on Jake's sweater, and so I was hefting that thing around. He's not a small man, but I do really want to cast him on another sweater. That's fine. That's fine. That's my crafting. That is everything I have been working on, worked on, and casting on. The rest of this will be books, watching, life updates. So if you're not here for that, thank you for watching, and let's talk media, I guess. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't know. Let's talk books. I think I only finished 2 books. Yeah, because May was the Goober Readathon. May was the Goober Readathon. Loved it. I did buy 7 books in June. Hold on. Okay, I forgot. I finished 2 books in June. The first being Death by Drop Spindle. That was the book club book for Patreon for last quarter. It was super cute. It just reminded me of being at the Unwind retreat, and just, I mean, it was a murder mystery, very like low stakes, low pressure, very fun read, very much knitting, big knitting. So that was super cute, and a very good pool read. We got the like blow up pool from Costco, so I've just been a Pisces in that every day after work, and that's when I got my reading done. I also listened to I just read 2 titles at once. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. That was not at all what I was expecting. I thought it would be, I don't know, a lot more like, oh no, there's magic. It was like, oh no, now there's magic kind of thing. It was 1960s, I think like 1969 or 1970, home in Florida for pregnant teenage girls that would be sent there to hide from society, have their babies, pretty much just give up their babies to adoption, and then go home. That way, like, they weren't bringing dishonor in the family. Blech. Disgusting. Gross. Was the times. So it follows one of the girls, and when they get there, they get a new name. That way, like, it's kind of anonymous, sort of. Like, they're not supposed to tell each other their real names, talk about baby daddies, what they did beforehand, school, any of that. So they get, like, a new name and a new place of where they're from. So the main character is Fern and like her little girl gang of pregnant teenage girls who discover or are like gifted a book from the traveling librarian that comes once a week during the summer about magic and witchcraft. And you know, it kind of starts with like a little like, oh yeah, we'll just like jinx the doctor because he's rude and doesn't believe us when we say we're sick kind of thing. And then it just kind of goes deeper and follows them through this whole journey, and like it was really good. It was very captivating. I couldn't stop listening to it. It was my driving audiobook, but like I would listen to it when I got home and was not driving kind of thing. And usually when I have like a driving book, that is the book for driving or like mowing the lawn or something. It's not my sit down and listen to book. It was really good. I would say there are a couple parts that were just, if you can't deal with fingernails getting torn off, like it's giving me the heebie-jeebies just talking about it. Like that does happen, and like it was darker than I thought it was gonna be, but it was really good. So highly recommend that. I listened to it. It was a very good listen. And then we also went to the Book Barn in Niantic, Connecticut, which is 3 campuses, if you will, of used books. Oh, we also went to Books A Million. So we did a book buying day, and I got some books, so let me go grab those. Listen, I brought 6 books, because the Book Barn also buys books. I brought 6 books in, I got $5. It was great. It was amazing. So first off, I got the Complete Guide to Food Preservation. I did finally clean out the root cellar canning closet thing that is in our basement. And yeah, I've made hot sauce, I've made tomato sauce. We froze a lot of the produce from the garden last year, but I do want to get more into other food preservation kind of things, especially with like, we want to do berries and stone fruit, and I don't think I'm going to get into like meat curing or anything, but Jake's Italian, we might. So this just goes over literally everything from like building a root cellar, recipes for canning, the times for like weights and cans, and if you're like canning them in the oven versus a water bath, pressure cooking them, that kind of thing. Just yeah, and like it talks about the science behind it and everything. So this was number 1. Very excited for it. Then I found out that Dad had a bunch of books just like this. Not surprised to anybody in our family. So I will be rating those as well, because I do have a large garden and I do want to preserve the foods that are in it. We can't eat all of them all at once, so I would like to do more. I have made green tomato relish. I think we made salsa one year, candied jalapenos, again, tomato sauce, hot sauce, that kind of thing. So, on to the fun things. In no particular order. Is these two? Okay. These 4, those 5 are, this is all Book Barn stuff. So, number 2 is Laura Lee's Navarro's Promise. It is a shifter series. I'm just no thoughts. No thoughts whatsoever. Micah's life is in danger. The only person who can protect her is a wolf shifter. He's such an alpha male. I'm so excited to just devour these. And yeah, my plan essentially is to read a bunch and then bring them back. Use the $1 I get for each book to buy the rest of them, because these were like $1.50, I think. So I did pick up this guy. And then Strange Grace by Tessa Grattan. This is every year a sacrifice has to be made into the forest to appease like the devil that lives nearby. Alright, so every year when the slaughter moon rises, they have to sacrifice somebody. But this year, it rose early, so the village not prepared. Very excited for this. It's Merwin, Rune, and Arthur. Is this gonna be a love triangle, or do they like, is it like a love less than? Oh, I think one's her brother. Never mind. Not that book, not that kind of book. So yeah, this looked really fun. I think I got this in the YA section. I got that in the romance section. And then I got The Bone Orchard. Have I read this? I don't own it. I don't think I've read it. No, I definitely don't. It's one of those books that's been on my list for so long, and I was just like, you know what? It's here. I'll grab it. Low stakes. There we go. I feel like it's been out for a while. Oh, also, it had this picture of Vincent Price in it, so I had to get this book. I don't know why he's in there, but it was a sign. I had to do it. I think this was published in, like, 2022. Oh my god, it's not as old as I thought it was. I felt like this has been out for, like, hundreds of years at this point. It's not. Okay, and then Back in a Spell by Lana Harper. You know I love a contemporary witchy magical romance. And this is... Nina is painfully down to earth and sensible, but does not deny her love of pretty and pricey things. And then her best friend urges her to go on a date, and essentially hijinks ensue. I'm super excited. They both have magic. Everyone's got magic. It's amazing. I'm super excited. I can't wait. A very good summer read. And then we went to Books A Million, which I think used to be Borders. I'm really dating myself here. I think they used to be Borders. So they were having a ton of sales on stuff. I had no idea. I know I've ordered one of the Akatar books from them because they had the Rune Danon chapter in it, but I didn't realize that we had a physical Books A Million in Connecticut. So I picked up Wild is the Witch by Rachel, where's her last name? Gillig? No. Gannon? Griffin. Rachel Griffin. The sticker's on the thing. I had to feel it off. She wrote The Nature Witch, which I absolutely adored. So I immediately picked this up because it was so good. The Nature Witch was such a good book. I love her storytelling. She split that book up into seasons, so I knew that I would enjoy another book by her. And then I also picked up A River of Golden Bones by A.K. Mulford. The back of the book is, if you were Sleeping Beauty's twin, lusting over your big sister's big bad wolf fiancé, forced on a journey in Howl's Moving Castle in order to kill the wicked witch. You just said all the words that I need. So I'm very excited about this. It is book 1. I don't know how many books are going to be in the series. Hopefully not too many, but also like never stop, basically. The 5 Crowns. Nope. Okay, so she has the 5 Crown series and the Orcrith series of novellas as well. I'm very excited. So yeah, very excited for this as well. Also, pretty cover. The I judge a book by its cover. I can't help it. You can't stop me. So yeah, those are the books that I've acquired. I have also realized that my public library is doing an adult summer reading program this summer. They have a bingo sheet. It is all like Hollywood, like old Hollywood themed things, which is not really my forte, but I am trying to see if I can still get bingo with my forte. I'm very excited. I've already crossed off 2 squares, not including the free space, because the 2 dark windows. Oh no, I finished 2 dark windows. Did I tell you that? I don't remember where I was last time I talked to you. That book was so good. That was amazing. It was so good. I finished that, and that was an ensemble, and then I finished Wayward Witches was in the like 1960s. I'm counting it as 69. So, that counted as like in the 1920s and 1960s. So yeah, I will be working on that this summer. I think it goes until September. And then my friend also made me our own summer reading where I have to read books that I already own. But thankfully, I now have more books because I was running low. It was dangerously low. You can see the back of my bookshelf on one of the shelves. I really need to get more bookshelves. So yeah, that is what I've been reading. That is what I have acquired. I did start watching Yellow Jackets. Jake had started watching it and said he thought I would really like it, and then I was really confused because I thought he meant Yellowstone, which I do also want to watch. So I have started watching Yellow Jackets. It's good. It's really good. It's good. It's also just been a lot of Sims. The new Enchanted by Nature pack came out, and now we can make Fae, and there's many a wingspan joke. So obviously I made Roseanne's sister, and immediately 5 people tried to stay over my house. They interrupted me making the salad to put my salad on the floor, make a BLT, so that I threw away their BLT, and then they ate the salad that I made, so I locked them in the bathroom. They didn't die because their system was telling them that they were leaving, so they were like unkillable at that point. Also, I wasn't able to use my own shower, which was kind of annoying. So then I found her husband and broke them up, and now I'm going to break up with her husband, become an evil fairy, and make her fear magic. So I'm just having a great time in The Sims. It's so good. That's a big old dump truck. That is a very big dump truck. Yes, that is what I have been up to. That is what I've been reading and knitting and crafting, and just that is the June crafting update. I don't know what the other video for July is going to be. We'll find out. I've got a lot of ideas and not a lot of things going on, but also a lot of things going on. Flock is coming up very quickly, so we are preparing for that. So work has been a little bit crazy. Yeah, so with that, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. We put out 2 videos a month. If you want to see more behind the scenes, we do have a Patreon where you get extra weekly chats, a book club, behind the scenes on Playstyle Hounds, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.